I I hope that the network and the community that I build, and the communities plural that I build, are ones that pay it forward. I have said that many times. I believe that, again, no one person is smarter than all of us. And I think it's also the onus is on us that as we learn new skills and tips and tricks and hacks and things that do indeed make us successful, it is our duty to reach back and extend a hand and help other people that may not have the opportunity or the confidence or like all of the competence to sit, quote unquote, sit at the table. Invite them to the table anyway. At least invite them into the room because, again, I'm a big believer that if you put yourself in a room with people that are, bigger, stronger, better, wiser, all that stuff, um, so too shall you become, right? So I'm a big believer in community. I think that for me, it's the easiest way to create not only successful people, but to create successful human beings. And I think we've gotten away from that with in this sort of like very individualized, social media driven archetype of human. I believe people are isolating more than ever. I believe it's because they're just disappointed in other humans and they've either been mistreated or nexted or ignored in a lot of cases or marginalized because of certain things and all of that. And now, as you can see on social media, we're all fighting each other over acronyms and all this other stuff that it's just mind-boggling to me, especially from a business perspective. Personally, I have my own demons that I have to deal with with regard to that. If you know me, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm a big believer that, at least in a business context, that we should be nicer, we should be more empathetic toward one another, but we should also hold each other accountable. And be an accountability partner for one another so that we can move business forward. Like this is gnarly, guys. This whole AI crap. I shouldn't say crap. I'm a massive stand for AI, but what it's doing, and it's quite obvious and quite palpable, the anxiety around it is something I've been, like I said, beating the drum over probably for the past like 5 to 6 years. And in a weird way, I was kind of looking for it to happen. But now that it's actually happening, it's harsh just because I'm seeing friends lose jobs that are soft. They're soft kids. How else to put it? They're freaking out every 5 minutes and, having spending, gobs and gobs of money on therapists and massage therapy stuff and all this other craziness. And I'm like, that's all great and fine and do what you need to do to get that woosah real quick, but you need to put the work in. You need to put yourself in a room with other people that can help you. You never networked because you were too good. You never networked because you were, too chicken or whatever else. And now you were forced to network if you want a job. And that to me is another reason why community should exist. A lot of people love to poo-poo certain professionals. I'm a personal trainer as well. And I know a lot of people look at me like, I'm not paying a personal trainer. I know what I'm doing. I can just go on this app that I got and it even shows me the form and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, I'm sitting in the gym working with other clients looking over like, you gonna kill yourself. Like you are literally gonna kill yourself, or that bone or that muscle is gonna pop right off the bone if you keep that up. So I have to like stop my client, run over there real quick and go, no, not in my gym. So let me show you how to do this once, and then I got to go back to my client and, able to sort of like show them, the correct form and the correct cadence and the correct weight to use, that sort of thing. So, again, it's one of those things where I feel like a lot of times people will sort of poo-poo a professional or poo-poo a community or think they got it or whatever else. Well, here we are, we're now at a space where, all the people that thought they were too good to be in a community or thought they were, too important or too chicken or too shy to learn how to effectively network and have some reciprocity in their life. Now they're effed. I don't know how else to put it. Now they're sitting around, finger in their mouth, like over in a corner fetal somewhere instead of really now quickly trying to develop those skills, quickly trying to get into a community that where people can help you, can refer you based on your interaction with them and what you provide them as well as what they can provide you. That to me is where we're now kind of forced into these community aspects just because, or these communities in general, just because um, you can't be a solo artist out there anymore. You really can't. You really are going to have to join a group. You're going to have to join a band in order for you to have a successful, a successful album, so to speak. You really do need to put yourself in the room with others who might have jobs, or who know others that can give you the skill set that you need, or that have walked the walk. And if you want to become an entrepreneur, in this case, for instance, have figured out how to do it, can give you a step-by-step playbook on how to do it, can help you within the community work your plan with yours particular product or whatever it is that you're trying to bring into the world and solve a problem, can work that with you in such a way where you feel the support and you have that, that sort of expertise, or, kind of wrapped around you like a blanket, so that you're not on an island, that you're not, in a silo, and that you can start working your communication skills, start working your networking skills, and figuring out what reciprocity looks like, even if you're not at the same level as the person that's helping you. All of those things now are imperative, if you want my opinion, in order to really succeed, in this new paradigm, especially as as the layoffs continue, as more and more jobs go bye-bye. You're gonna have to figure something out real quick. Either you're gonna have to change your profession. A lot of people are having to take much lower salaries and take much, lower, if you will, jobs based on their aptitude and skill level, just to keep the lights on. And my thing is, I would much prefer people to, spend their Starbucks money on a community, um, get in with other people within that community that, like I said, have jobs or are successful or are also trying to figure it out, and really sort of share in that knowledge, that wealth of knowledge that's there in aggregate, so that individually you can succeed and also pay forward the information that you get, in order to help others succeed. To me, that is not the future, that's the right damn now. So, that's what I'm hoping that people sort of get from this, and at least from this diatribe with regard to community is, you know, if you kind of missed the boat before all of this craziness happened in the market, community is now your lifeline. And it's a place where you should be in order to, to really right the ship and to maybe catch up. Let's call it what it is. And also figure out, what does your plan B and your plan C look like? Maybe you don't want another job. Maybe you've been kind of germinating an idea for the longest time, and it's finally time to spring it forward. Maybe you've got some extra cash left over from that, beautiful severance package you got from your previous company. That's one of the beauties of community, is that it gives you a chance to sort of stress test your idea with people that have done it, with people that can sort of give you the, not sure how to do that, or, oh, have you thought about this? Or, hey, I tried this, it didn't work. Or, ooh, great idea. Keep the following three things in mind, or run the following numbers, or here's your A/B test. I just went through this with someone, or, hey, I know an agency that can do an A/B test for you. That kind of thing. To me, that's what community is all about. Is how can you help me get from A to B to C to D, and in aggregate, we can do that together, and certainly, prosper together, and also individually. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to, in sort of like a nutshell, really pull together with this community, is to, again, give people that environment, where they have hope, they have, real talk, they have people that have done it, they have people that are, just as lost as they are, but then they also have just the backing, the blanket, if you will, of people that are just as passionate and are there for the exact same reason, so that they know that 24/7, 365, no matter where you are in the world, because it's a global community, you'll find someone who has your back, and that that you can rely on with some relevant information, in order for you to succeed, or just vet something, or have a question answered in the moment, that kind of thing. That to me is invaluable, like I mentioned before, and that's really what I'm trying to really bring, to the market, with BounceBack Academy.